I woke up from a nightmare this morning that I hadn't filmed a video for you guys in like 2 months. That wasn't a nightmare at all. That didn't really happen. My nightmare actually was about clones of myself tearing my guts out and eating them. They weren't even zombies. They were just like hungry. Like, I'm dieting. It has been 2 months though, so I figured I would start off by doing a book haul of sorts. Because in 2 months I must have accumulated a lot of books, right? Some, not that many as far as I know. I really am bummed that I didn't get to do a lot of videos during October. I was super busy doing revisions on the adult book that's coming out on November 25th, Parks and Rec. And I saw the cover, by the way, last Friday, and it's so awesome. So I'm really excited about that, and I think I'm going to be able to show people on Thursday, maybe. I don't know. I have to wait for my publicist to tell me. For my Halloween reading, I will let you know that I read The Shining by Stephen King. I have never actually read it before, and I quite enjoyed it. And then I followed it up by reading Dr. Sleep, which is the sequel. I'm actually still reading it. I'm almost done, but I've been so busy getting those two books in 1 month would have been impossible. Another thing that happened while I've been away, and I should have been promoting the hell out of it, is that Velveteen came out in paperback. So that's on shelves now, or maybe the covers have been torn off and sent back. I don't even know. I have no clue. It's sort of like a second chance for the book because the hardback did not do that well, and so they were really hoping that people would pick up the paperback, and it seems slimmer, oddly enough. It's not as thick as the hardback, which I thought was really kind of strange. It's got all the same words in it, as far as I know. So I picked up books, and I only have one YA book to show you, so I thought let me go ahead and do that. And it's Dead Girls Don't Lie by Jennifer Shaw Wolf, and I went to the launch party for this. Jennifer's a friend and lives nearby, and so this was a no-brainer. I had to go hang out and see her during that launch party. I got a couple of urban fantasies, or maybe one's more cyberpunk. This is Rhiannon Held Silver, and it sounds like it's a retelling of a werewolf tale with more horror elements than fantasy elements, so that's intriguing. Author of The Shining Girls, which was a big book this year. This is her first book, Lauren Bukes' Moxieland. This is the shittiest cover. The original cover for this is fantastic. You need to check it out if you can find it. Seriously, look at that! South African author, and I guess it touches on a lot of South African themes in a very fantastical way, so there's that. It's exciting. A couple of mystery books that I got, adult mysteries, the rest are adult stuff. The first Maisie Dobbs book by Jacqueline Winspear. This one always pops up when I'm looking up some of the cozy mysteries that I like Number One Ladies Detective Agency or the Vishpuri mysteries, and I just thought I would give it a shot. So Maisie Dobbs, plus she's pretty thin. Shouldn't be that difficult to get into. Also, I went to we got a Half Price Books outlet, which isn't the same as a Half Price Book store. It's like where all of the stores send their clearance stuff. So there aren't any books in there above $3. I could not resist going. And I found this, which is Sarah Caldwell's The Sybil in Her Grave. And of course the Edward Gorey cover just really drew me in. Plus the fact that this is a Delacorte press book, which is interesting because this is an adult book. So at some point in the past, Delacorte became a press that did YA, same press that does Velveteen, and they've changed over. This book was printed in July 2000, so it hasn't been that long ago when the imprint changed name. I got a couple of literary fiction books, The Unnamed by Joshua Ferris. He was the author of Then We Came to the End, which is sort of an office satire. And so I'm interested to see where this one goes. He has a interesting take on sort of contemporary world and satire and humor and things like that. So that's something. Oh shit, this book is Toe Up. Toe Up! Look at that. Look. That is, I'm going to have to get in there with some glue. I didn't open that at the bookstore. Damn. Anyway, this is Lisa O'Donnell's The Death of Bees. I had wanted this for quite a while. I've actually wanted this for so long, I can't even remember what it's about. I know that it has sort of some magical realism elements about sisters who deal with the tragedy by creating a fantasy world. That. Horror books. I got 4 of them, actually. This is Ryan Brown's Play Dead. It's a zombie tale set in the world of football. in Texas. What else would you do in Texas, I guess? David Moody's Hater. This sounds like, God, what was that movie? It was a George Romero movie before he did Night of the Living Dead. The Crazies. It sounds like The Crazies, like a world where everyone just kind of goes insane and starts killing each other. And so it's an epidemic of just people being pissed off, I guess. I found a copy of Books of Blood. This is the volumes 1 through 3 all in one book. And I'm excited about that. This was one of the first things that really got me into horror when I was a kid, so that's that. Not to mention the fact that Stephen King did too. And he used to write under the pen name of Richard Bachman. This is The Regulators. This came out exactly the same time as Desperation, and the covers kind of went together a little bit. The same author did them, which I thought was really cool. I'm not sure what The Regulators is about. I'm really shitty at doing synopsis of other people's books, so there you have it. And that's it. That's what I got. I probably got more than that. There's stacks of books sitting around that haven't been put away. Who knows? I don't know. I hope to be filming a lot more videos, or maybe just plan on committing to one video a week. I think would be good. Because I didn't tell you guys a lot about what was going on in Halloween, I think I'm going to do a video just about like horror coming up, because I did this thing called the 31 horror films in 31 days. It was a challenge that Daniel Kraus did. You may recognize his name. He's a YA horror author. And we did that. I think we watched 33 horror movies in October. And if you follow me on Pinterest, which you can, I have a link. I'll have a link. Then you can see all of those 33 movies that we watched. Or you can check on the hashtag on Twitter, 31 horror films, 31 days, and see it there as well. You'll just have to go through a lot. So, because I really spent a lot of time with Stephen King, and particularly with the Danny Torrance character this month and last month, obviously, I think I want to do sort of a compare and contrast these books with the original Shining film directed by Stanley Kubrick and the film that Stephen King had much more of a hand in, the made-for-TV version. I'm going to talk about all of that, I think, in a video. If you'd like to see that, let me know. I probably will do it anyway, but let me know if you're enthusiastic, and I'll bump it up before the one where I talk more about Halloween stuff and horror and things like that. So, yeah. One last thing, because I've been kind of pushing it a lot on my Twitter and things like that, is that if you follow me at Danny Marks YA on Twitter, I'm really kind of encouraging people to also follow at Mark_Henry. You can see that here, and I'll also have links in the down bar. The reason for that is because there are some things that are changing in terms of my writing career, and if you liked Velveteen, there might be reason that you would like something coming out from Mark Henry. It's possible. I can't say more. I've probably said too much. That's it, though. I will talk to y'all later, or in the comments, or somewhere on the street. When you've tied me to the hood of your car. I don't know.